All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of Do Go On. My name is Dave Warnicky and I am joined by two of my bestest buds. And they are... Oh, come on, guys. You're my best buds. It's Jess Perkins and Matt Stewart. Hello, buds.
Hello, bud.
Hey, bud. Hey, bud.
Bud.
Bud. Yeah. Well, that's very nice.
No, we're not laughing at you.
It's the best bud not reciprocated.
No, it definitely is. Definitely is.
No, you guys are best buds for sure.
Oh.
If this was still 2004, you'd be in my MySpace top 8, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Oh,
no doubt
man.
about
That is very kind of you.
Thank you. Oh, so you wouldn't reciprocate. Maybe top 16 can I have?
Oh, no, you'd be in my top 8. I just think, that's a great way of judging it.
It is, isn't it? I often think about that with people.
It was always big, who's your top friend, you know?
Yeah, it is
number
kind
one.
of a brutal way of conducting sort of friendships.
Ranking friends. It's very hard.
You know what as well? Because, that was while I was still in high school. So as soon as somebody got a boyfriend, then he would be the top friend.
Straight to one.
And you know what?
That needs to take some time. I don't think
I think so.
I don't think a boyfriend should be jumping the queue straight up.
Straight up. Don't discount your friendships like that.
No. I reckon you'd slowly work them up one by one. Take down your friends one by one, maybe
That's
month
better.
by month.
A month, so a reevaluation at the end of every month.
And then it's just head to head.
I'm so glad that feature isn't on Facebook.
I think it's part of the reason why MySpace died.
Everyone just turned on
Because
each
I
other.
know my top friend, if we still had them, my top friend would be my best friend Deb, but her top friend would be her boyfriend, and then so it's like
And her
I'm not
boyfriend's-
her number one, you know?
That's not
That
right.
hurts.
And her boyfriend's not you, just to confirm.
Just to confirm,
Ugh,
I am not her boyfriend.
so close.
The
I know.
thing, there are adult life things that are like that, like weddings where people will pick 3 friends to be in their bridal party, or 4 or 2 or whatever.
I've never
it is.
understood weddings. If I get married, I'm allowed to have a best man, is that right? So I have a number one pick, but then I can also have, what are those other
Groomsmen.
dudes?
Yeah,
Groomsmen.
they're like your
Is there a cap
second
on
and
that?
third
No,
best
there's no
man.
cap.
I don't think there's a cap.
And are they ranked? So would you know
No.
I'm number 2
No.
groomsman? No.
It's just groomsmen in a group. Anyway,
I would definitely let my groomsman know who's number 1. Mate, you're lucky to be in the 4th groomsman. I'll tell you that.
Well, it's a bloody honour to be the 4th groomsman. Totally.
Great. Well, with that attitude, you're down to 5. 5th groomsman.
we've
But
gone
I'm
on
still in.
Yeah, you're still.
we've gone on a weird
I know
tangent
it's weird,
early.
isn't it?
Let's get
if
out
I
of
had
this.
16 groomsmen, you'd be in, bud. That's what I'd say to my friends. If I had the 16 to choose from. All right, guys, this is a show where we choose a topic. It's not... MySpace has been suggested as a topic.
Yeah.
We
It's
might
in the
come
hat.
back to that. It's in the hat.
Ooh.
We might come back to groomsmen. But this week,
It's one of the reasons why I never want to get married. I don't want to have to pick a groom's party or whatever they're
It
called.
seems stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to rank my friends.
It's
Nah, I'm
going
okay
back
with
to
that.
the MySpace 8.
Yeah,
No good.
No good.
No.
My mum told me at a very young age that you shouldn't play games like that.
Ranking people.
Yeah, she's a primary school teacher, and apparently she sees it a lot, or she did back then, where people would be like, "You're my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You're my number 2 friend.
Yeah.
You're my number 5 friend."
I feel like I probably had conversations like
and
that in primary
Stacey, you can fuck off.
Oh, can't I just be number 10? No.
No.
It only
Fuck
goes
off.
to 9.
It goes to 9, and that's it.
school. Fuck off, Stacey.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it is an unnecessary.
Matt, we were trying to get out of this conversation and into
Yeah, you
the actual podcast. And
Well,
you
the
brought
beauty
it
of
back
it, and
in.
the fun thing is that it's only me who suffers.
Yeah.
as
Well,
the
I'm
editor.
suffering right now. so-
Okay, good point.
Because-
It's only all of us.
You are the one doing a report this week, Matt. My best man on the show.
Oh, you're my best man on the show.
So...
Oh, but how do I choose a best man on the show?
Yeah, don't.
Oh,
Please
God. Well,
Oh, no.
you can choose the best man, and
Okay.
the other one you'll have to marry.
Well,
That
ooh.
works.
Well, today when I got here, Matt jumped out of his chair and gave me a hug because I have been
Oh.
away for a couple of weeks.
So would a
Dave.
husband do that? Or the best man?
I feel like that's husband
Oh,
material.
thank you. I'm the best man. I'm
Beaten
two
by my
people's
hug
best man.
again.
Yes. You've hugged your way out of this problem. Matt, you've got a topic for us this week.
I do,
You
yeah.
start with a question that you agonised over for 40 minutes before
Well,
we started the show.
this is a topic out of the hat, and I'd never heard of it. So I don't know how to ask a question that you guys can answer a topic that I'm not sure you would even know.
Okay, that's already
you-
sounding complicated.
So I've made it fairly specific, and you'll either know it or you won't. I'm guessing.
Okay.
Question is this:
Yep.
which Central Asian country's president had the craziest antics?
What the hell?
Okay, well, look, the point is that we do not know who you're
No, I
speaking
don't.
about. So you can just
I'm
tell
going to
us
say
who it is.
the biggest central country I know is Kazakhstan.
Central Asia.
Central Asia, Kazakhstan?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't. So I was thinking. So Middle East and Central Asia is the same thing. Is that right? Or is that not the Middle East?
Well, the Middle East is part of Asia, but then some part of it is part of Europe, like Turkey is both Asia and Europe.
Oh my god, my brain is exploding.
There is a small border between Kazakhstan and this country, Turkmenistan.
It's Turkmenistan. Oh, one of the stands. So, all right, do the question one more time. So we're talking about their president?
Which Central Asian country's president had the craziest antics?
Well, on what scale are you recording these antics?
I've gone through them all the presidents of all the Central Asian countries.
I'm very excited.
This is so exciting.
I'm very real crazy because you have to be real crazy to take the cake.
This is going to be a fun story.
No, yeah, it's true. I've definitely set the standard high because if you're thinking super crazy, it's not super crazy. I'd say maybe quirky.
Quirky.
And the other thing is he was kind of a full-on guy as well in parts. So it's like,
well, most
let's
dictators
laugh at these funny things he did, but also just remembering that
most
people
dictators
suffered
do
because
some
of this
pretty
guy.
bad stuff to stay in power.
Okay.
So would we have heard of his name? What's his name?
His name,
Oh no, you're going to say
you don't know how
one,
to
aren't
say
you?
it?
it's Saparmurat Niyazov.
Okay. So his name is Saparmurat
Saparmurat Niyazov.
Yes.
I love it. And he's the president of Turkmenistan.
He was. So,
Oh, something might happen to Super Meerkat.
Turkmenistan, okay.
and so at a guess, when do you reckon his sort of ruling time might have been?
96 to 2001.
I reckon like
that took in, that was it plus a few more years.
Yay!
You were like, you yes. Crazy, well done.
so is it 90s?
90s into the noughties.
Oh wow. So we were alive when this guy was. I've never heard. of
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking too. Oh, I should mention that
Just
the suggestion came in by someone whose Twitter name is Venobly and with the Twitter handle at Rewind Turtle, which is a kind of cool.
Thank you, Rewind
It's a
Turtle.
great suggestion. I'd
thank
honestly
you.
never heard of this guy. She actually, the request that went into the hat, it was a big piece of paper, was former Turkmenistan President Saparmurat Niyazov and his crazy antics.
Oh wow. Is that what this episode is going to be called?
That's what this episode is probably going to be
Former
called. Yeah.
Turkmenistani president Saparmurat Niyazov and its crazy antics.
I'd like to know how she knows about him.
Yeah, well, I guess she's just, better read, more.
More
Yeah,
culture than
culture
us.
than
Spent
us.
more time in Central Asia.
Yeah.
Knows where Central Asia is.
Oh, boy. I'm going to probably edit some of that out to make Jess and I sound less dumb, but.
Good luck.
It'll start. This conversation will be the first sentence of the podcast.
So, Niyazov was born on Feb 19th, 1940 in Kipchak, in the Turkmen Soviet Socialist Republic in the USSR. So, back then, they were part of the big Soviet Union.
Great. 1940.
Yep.
Which is what, during the Second World War. It's not a great time for the Union.
Not a great time for the Union.
Or the
Although,
world.
I mean,
That's what they called the World War.
they did win it, though.
Yeah, but 5 years later, it took a long
Yeah,
time.
took a while. There was some tough times there. Lost millions of people.
Correct.
So I was reading through his entry on one of my favourite online sources, the Britannica.
Oh, trusted.
Well trusted. And it talked a bit about his younger years, saying that when he was young, his father, who was a teacher, was killed while serving in the Red Army in World War II.
Oh, see, I told you it's a bad
It
time.
was a bad time, yeah. So obviously, before he was 5, I guess.
Yeah.
His mother and 2 brothers died in an earthquake in 1948. So with no immediate family left, he grew up in a state-run orphanage.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And then he grew up to lead the country. Okay.
There is sort of a bit of an asterisk about a lot of his early history because he became known a bit to he kind of had a history of rewriting history.
A lot of dictators do that.
Yeah,
What's
so
it's called like cult
cult of personality.
of personality.
Yeah, this guy is like the he's like the poster boy for the cult of personality.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of them. But he so there is some dispute over these things, but I mean that was straight off Britannica, and that's what I was saying. I trust
Hey,
them.
I
sort
trust
of.
him. Dr. Britannica.
Yeah, the doc. I always trust what the doc says. In 1967, so a few years later, he graduated from the Leningrad Polytechnic Institute with a degree in engineering and returned to the Turkmen SSR to work at a power plant in Bezmain near Ashgabat.
Cool.
I'm not laughing at the names of these places. I'm laughing at your
my
face.
my attempts.
Yeah.
No, that's good. So he's 27. He's got an engineering degree. He's working at a power plant.
Good on him.
I salute you.
Soon
Yeah,
after
Scott.
this, he went to work full-time for the Communist Party, where he climbed the ranks there, and in 1980 he was appointed the head of the Ashgabat City Party Committee, and then 5 years after that, he was selected by Mikhail Gorbachev to head the Turkmen Republic Communist Party and carry out a clean-up campaign against corruption and mismanagement. He's basically, so this is still under the USSR, and which Mikhail Gorbachev was
Top dog.
top dog. And he was sort of like a bit of a puppet leader for the USSR state. I can't read my bloody writing.
It's not handwriting. It's type.
It's a little joke there, Dave. Thanks for
Jesus,
explaining
Dave.
it back
How
to
long have you
me.
been doing comedy, dickhead?
I retire.
In January,
On top.
in January 1990, Niyazov was elected chairman of the Republican Supreme Soviet.
It's a good gig.
Yeah, that sounds well paid.
Yeah.
1990. What a good year that was
Mm-hmm.
for everybody.
And then when the post of executive president was created in October 1990, Niyazov received 98.3% of the vote.
With a 1.7% margin of error.
Yeah. So that's that was these early years up until, I've really skipped through quite a few years there.
5 decades of his life.
Bang, bang, bang.
Great. So now he's the top dog of just Turkmenistan.
Yeah, which is
Post.
still part of the USSR.
Okay.
But like I say, some of those early facts especially have been disputed by some people. Some people, I read somewhere that there is theories that his dad actually didn't
Was a ghost.
didn't go to war and was punished, like he was as a coward sort of thing. But
Oh.
but it's hard to know from both sides. They're sort of feel
I
like
honestly thought you were about to say
propaganda
that
each way.
he claimed that there was rumour that his dad was God. That it was an immaculate conception.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of thing.
Is that the kind of thing
these
this guy's about to claim?
Oh, no, he never quite goes that far, but he tiptoes around that sort of area. In August 1991, there was a failed coup against the Soviet president Gorbachev,
We remember that.
and
Where were you? Where were you?
You were bloody just being.
We were one.
Oh yeah, you were one. Oh, you were.
That's why I just said 90 was a good year, because both of us were born.
Yeah, you missed that.
I don't know. It's weird that I do. You bang on about it every time we talk. It's such a weird thing to be proud
I
of.
know. Every time you mention the year 1990, I'm like, oh my god. We're the only two people born in that year.
I'm connected to
Yeah,
that year.
talk about an immaculate conception. Only 2 people born in the whole year.
So in 1991, there was a failed coup against Gorbachev. Niyazov, I'm pronouncing it slightly different every time. Sorry about that. Niyazov supported the coup,
Oh,
but
controversial.
the coup failed after only a couple of days.
Oh.
2-day coup.
So
It's the name of our band.
2-day coup. That's not
Jess
bad.
Perkins and the
Coup
2-day
d'etat?
coup.
2-day coup d'etat. Oh man,
Oh, 2-day coup d'etat.
that broke my brain. I don't have a very
Hashtag coup day 2-day ta.
if
Hashtag shut up, I can do this. Hashtag 2-day coup d'etat.
That's so good. If anyone is able to put that into a hashtag, I will give them
Hashtag 2-day coup d'etat.
bonus points in our new point system.
I also think there was a hashtag in there that was hashtag shut up, I can do
Yeah, he
this.
did say that. He did say that. Can do this.
You only communicate in hashtags these days, Jess. So after the coup failed, our man Niyazov started moving towards bringing independence to Turkmenistan.
I was like, well, if I can't take over everything, I'll just do my own little bit.
Yeah, I think he was sort of like, well, I don't like how it's going up there, so we'll either fix it and all do it together, or I'm going it alone, I guess. I mean, that's my reading of it. So all of a sudden now he's leading his own independent state because he's still the leader.
And so was it hard for him to break away, or was he suddenly just like,
I think
see ya?
USSR was starting to...
Yeah,
it was
they're in trouble.
becoming pretty fragile, and it was falling apart. So I think it was pretty easy to do.
So they were cutting. Oh, we don't even need Turkmenistan.
It was only a couple of months later after the failed coup that they were independent, so it happened pretty quickly.
It was only a couple of months after the 2-day coup.
Yeah, the two-day coup d'etat. Oh man, that's so satisfying, but it also makes my brain ache.
Yeah.
Later in that year, 91, his government granted the free use of water, gas, and electricity, and refined salt to the people of Turkmenistan for
Free salt?
10 years.
For 10 years.
That's my kind of government.
I also love that he's put a 10-year thing on it, so you would just start stockpiling, because you know there's a date where you have to start paying for salt. And salt does not go off.
When it expired, he extended it to 2020. And I believe that might have been extended again to 2030.
So you'd feel a bit embarrassed if you had 2 tons of salt in the back shed. Fuck. I really thought it was going to stop.
Now we look like idiots.
Now I can't sell this to anyone,
You
because they're
know
all
what
getting it
I-
for free.
Yeah,
what you
nobody wants
need
it.
in a desert country is salt.
Salt.
Not.
I love
I
salt.
need something to really make me thirsty for water.
I love salt. Big fan.
Big fan of salt.
When I was a kid, I used to just hide in the pantry and lick the salt shakers.
Really?
Yeah, and then Mum would be like, "Why is the salt shaker wet?" So then I would just put it into my hand and eat it out.
But before that, you were
Of my
just
hand.
licking the
The actual salt shaker.
end of the shaker.
So good. I love salt.
Yeah, right. That's a full on. That feels like an advanced palate for a child. I was all about sugar as a kid.
Oh, yeah,
Like, give
I
me the
did-
sweetness.
I did
Sucking it, sugar
a
down.
spoonful
Yeah,
of sugar.
The sugar dispenser, I was licking it in the pantry. Although I wasn't from the affluent East, we couldn't hide in our pantry. Ours was just a cupboard. Couldn't get in there. The bloody shelves are in the way.
Oh, the bloody
And the home
food.
brand cans.
There was
That's all we had. Home brand cans and sugar.
Talking about a third world country, and I'm complaining about my...
Hey, well, that third world country has free salt, so
That's true.
They're doing okay.
So yeah, there were a couple of things I'm like, oh, that makes him sound like
My
he
parents
wasn't a
paid for
fuck,
the
yeah.
salt
What is
I
it?
used to lick.
is it gas, electricity, and salt? Is that what you said? For free?
Water, gas, electricity, and refined salt.
All right, that's pretty good.
Man, I'd be... Oh, imagine if you had a salt pool. What a combo.
Another early active...
Because of the water.
Yeah.
Oh, very
Yeah,
good.
it's not full of gas. So if you did that, that'd be pretty
It
cool.
is sometimes if you get in the pool after having Mexican.
Ooh. Do they have free Mexican piped in?
Imagine how happy you would have been if you had a gas-heated saltwater outdoor pool.
Oh my god.
It would have been
That
such
had,
a good
that
day.
had like lights in it.
Yeah.
And then you got like a pie warmer on the side, electricity powered,
Yeah.
of course.
yeah.
Fuck, this guy sounds like...
I like
Look,
it.
I don't want to... I don't want to predict, like, you're probably about to tell us that he, like, shot people up against a wall and stuff like that, but before that, he sounded like a good guy.
Free salt, you got Jess's vote.
Honestly, I don't go into enough how
About the bad
he
stuff.
was.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Great, we're just looking at the antics.
Great, we're just
That
talking
wasn't the
about-
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, the question, they wanted antics.
They don't want
didn't-
reality. They all wanted antics and free salt.
Apparently, it was in the prisons. It was not a good place to be,
Okay.
and you might go there for trumped up charges if,
Oh,
you,
did
if
they-
you were seen to oppose him in any way.
Did they not get the salt in prison?
No salt in prison.
Hashtag
yeah.
no salt
And
in prison.
Yeah, that's the real prison. No salt.
You don't want to drop the soap or the salt.
no, because you
it's
won't.
pretty
'cause
competitive.
Someone else is going to grab it. Oh, that'd be the worst.
They don't
people
even-
scrapping around for
They
salt.
don't even need like a physical
shower.
prison. They just cut off your salt ration
Yeah.
and you feel like you're in prison.
that's
yeah,
prison
that's
enough.
pretty much what it
Oh.
was, and that was also all the because they were saying it was pretty full on torture in there and stuff like that. So
No salt, I imagine.
there were some
Oh, there's
sad
torture.
stories I read about people, opponents getting thrown in jail and then being dead within a year just from unexplained circumstances and
But what we're looking at is the crazy antics.
yeah, it makes it harder to laugh at him, right? When you're like,
Yeah,
"Ah."
let's not look at that.
I hate reality.
Another early act of the new president was to abolish the death penalty.
What?
He also granted official human rights to the people.
Sorry.
Though
That
they
goes
were,
against what you just said.
though they were not respected in practice, with his government being criticised as one of the world's worst human rights violators in the world.
Ooh.
Oh,
But he officially gave them to him.
I'm officially giving you human rights.
That's a weird
Will
thing.
not be enforced,
God, no.
and you will not be having salt.
But I got you this certificate. And it's got some sweet clip art on it.
Ooh.
Made that myself.
Wait, that took me 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm a man in my 50s. It's pretty good.
There's a homemade video of him on YouTube greeting people onto a plane, just going around shaking people's hands and stuff.
What's he saying? Hello, welcome to the plane. Welcome to the plane. Great to have you here on the plane. Welcome to the plane. You want some salt on those nuts? I carry a shaker. Welcome to the plane.
Don't offer me salt, Mr. President. I'm going to coming out my bloody ears.
That's it. You go on a prison for a year.
Oh, no, thank you for the salt. In 1992, at the nation's first presidential election, Niyazov was elected with 99.5% of the vote.
Wow, he's gone up. He's really popular.
He was the only candidate.
What? What? He's the only candidate.
I won!
Oh, you want me?
I couldn't.
Oh my goodness! All right.
But I love that still, even
not
though he was
100%.
the only one who was allowed to be up for it.
There's one box to check, and some people still stuff that up.
Invalid collected 0.5% of the vote, which I think was a great effort by them.
That's great.
The following, actually, it said against and invalid. So some people were allowed to tick against, which I imagine was a ballsy move. You'd have to really believe that no one was.
Yeah, you see, you'd tick against, and then you'd hand it in, and they'd say, "You probably want to rethink that choice." Oh, yes.
No,
sorry.
they'd nod to the guy at the door, and as they were leaving, they'd
Hand you some more salt.
hand you some more salt.
Yeah.
No, take away your salt.
Oh, salt. Hey, if we got salt taken away from us for donkey votes, I'd be leading a very saltless life.
Have you really donkey voted?
No.
Oh, you don't have to disclose that.
That's a very personal question, Dave. The following year, 1993.
What do you want next? My bra size? You pervert.
Right,
Is that what you want, Dave?
yeah,
Is
one
that
or-
where this is
one
going?
or the other? I'll take what I can get. Either you answer the donkey vote question, or you give me your bra size. Come on, 2 options. 99.5% of the people will choose the same one.
Yeah, and I imagine it is
They
punching you in the mouth.
99.5 have voted bra size.
So 1993, Niyazov declared himself Turkmenbashi.
Turkmenbashi. That's a good title. Is that actually it, or?
The following year, Niyazov declared himself Turkmenbashi. That one's a hard one because it's got a couple of the umlauts in there and a few other things, but I think that's how it's pronounced.
Is that like his title? I'm the Turkmenbashi.
Yeah, well, and that's pretty much what he was known as from then, and that pretty much meant something like great leader of all Turkmen.
What a guy. Can I ask
What a
you,
title.
Yeah.
what sort of facial hair has this guy got going
Oh my
on?
god. Can we guess?
Yes.
Do you not know?
Strong
No,
mustache.
I do know.
Strong mustache is what I think. Strong
yeah,
mustache.
Definitely a strong mustache, but I think there's a beard.
Oh, that's very interesting. You make me want to jump forward to one of the fun facts.
Oh, okay. No, you don't
No,
have
it's
to.
okay. Yeah, you can hold off.
No, we'll get there. I'm excited
All
for
right,
this.
okay, I'll
Well,
wait.
Bit of
Started
sizzle.
with-
Bit of sizzle.
Bit of beady base sizzle.
Why did I make that
Oh,
noise?
that sizzle is quite salty.
Oh, mama.
Mama likes a beard. I do like facial hair.
Do you?
That's why you're the best man
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm the
you're
husband.
the husband.
Look at that beard.
In 1999,
Crawl up and live in that beard.
God, that's the beard of a Turkmenbashi if I've ever seen one.
Go and get him.
If you-
No, night.
Matt's got a beard.
In 1999, the Parliament declared Niyazov President for Life.
This guy's the best.
President for life, but Turkmenbashi sometimes, or?
Well, okay, so he didn't have. He's not being. You mean was he getting called President for Life? That was just to say you got the job as long as you want it, mate. Because that's what you told us.
And was he like again? Me?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay. Oh, Oh, for life, all right. That seems like a big commitment, but if you love me that much...
Me?
Oh, imagine at the ceremony he acts like that. And everyone else in the building's like, you bastard.
Like
you
when- like-
organised this. If I said something, you'd take me out the back and shoot me.
Like winning an award, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's
my
doing
God.
that every time."
Oh my God, I did not prepare a speech. Rolls out like 30-page scroll.
He
I
still
think
writes
this
on a
is,
scroll.
Yeah, that's... Well, I mean, it's a Turkmenbashi, please.
Good point.
I think you're totally around the right mark there. He saw himself as being a very, very good speaker, very good writer.
He did? Oh.
Which brings me to the next thing.
That's why I started welcoming people on a plane.
Hello, welcome to a plane.
Welcome to plane. Shit, I forgot the...
Damn it. As president,
Burn this plane. I don't want to get rid of all evidence of me missing the word the.
Set fire to it.
Set fire to the plane.
So do we?
set fire
do
to
we,
plane.
Yes, set fire to the plane. Shit, you're going to have to set fire to yourself as well.
Do we evacuate the people? I said set fire to
Yeah,
plane.
There's no time for that.
No time.
Fire plane now.
So, mate, you were about to say he considers himself a great speaker and writer, which
And-
leads to what?
So as president, he took on the task of strengthening Turkmenistan's independence and national character, right? Their identity. So he,
Which we all know quite well.
well, that's the thing. He saw it because
Turkmenistan.
they were under the Soviet rule for so long that he thought they'd lost a lot of their own
What identity?
right? So he wrote a book called Rocknama, which is a collection of his thoughts on Turkmen identity,
Oh, this is classic
history,
dictator.
and destiny. It is semi-autobiographical and includes moral guidance, stories, and poetry.
Poetry.
I love the word semi. He's admitted that this is embellished. Is that right? Or is
Well,
that
I
what-
don't think he described it as semi-autobiographical. I think that was thrown in by people because apparently there's a lot of revisionist history in there.
Oh,
Um,
and poetry. That's great. He's a poet.
I love that.
I
this
love
is,
poetry and beards.
Oh,
What a combo.
give me a beady poet any day.
Oh,
he had a
No, don't.
Pl-
Gross.
please don't.
Please
big,
don't.
big salty beard. They all are in the end, aren't they? You don't have a really strict shampoo and conditioning regime.
Do you shampoo your beard?
Oh yeah, my word, you must.
Oh my word.
Because I've got no idea if you have.
Otherwise, you're just like you're not washing part of your. Do you leave a big chunk of your face unwashed?
Yeah, but I don't shampoo my face.
We-
I don't shampoo my eyebrows in there.
So you'd think I'd just put body soap on it,
No, I just thought you might rinse it.
rinse it. Okay.
Wouldn't that make it kind of oily?
I don't know, because
Yeah, it
with
does.
your hair, you shampoo that every few days, but with your beard, do you do that every few days as well?
Yeah, no, it's a similar thing. You know, you wouldn't want to do it too much.
Do you do
'cause
the
some of those natural oils are good
Mm-hmm.
Do you
for
double
both
up?
the hair on the head and on the face.
Do you do it at the same time, is what I mean?
No, I'm a one on, one off.
Oh,
But I don't know what that means. I'm not that at all.
okay.
Conditioner? Do you put conditioner in?
Oh, you must
You
condition.
must.
You must.
Oh, you must. Oh my word, you
Oh,
must.
oh.
Is this included
goodness
in the
gracious me.
Turkmenbashi's
It's
manuscript?
it's all in the book. No, that is not in the book.
So he
Most
doesn't
certainly
have
not.
a beard?
He does not. He's fully clean shaven. Yeah, I know. You'd picture some sort of a.
Like some sort of sweet.
I think I'm just picturing Stalin.
I'm also thinking.
Well,
a
he's
bit-
moving on from Stalin, I think, and them bad boys, them other bad boys. He's
Mm.
totally different from those other guys. I guess is how he justifies everything he does. I'm making things better.
Whether he had a beard.
So anyway, this book, he wrote this book, right?
What's it called again?
I
The
don't care about
Rocknama.
dumb boys. They're called beard
You-
nama.
Vietnam.
I think you will like this book, Jess, after I read this next sentence. A-
Okay.
A large mechanical statue version of the book was erected in Ashgabat that opened nightly, along with a light and sound show featuring a passage of the book being read.
He's done the fucking Maya Christmas windows of his book.
You're right, Matt. I do like this book now.
What do you mean? A giant mechanical version of the book? Is
Yeah,
it
that
just
does
a
make
giant
sense.
book? Or-
I know. I'm
Yeah.
imagining a mechanical bull. Like people can ride the book.
It's just a
this
big,
is-
it's just a huge book. I mean, I could find, I've watched a video of it,
Oh, fucking. We'll tweet that. That is
Tweet that.
fantastic.
and it slowly opens up. It's got his picture on the front, and then there's one side of it's got, it looks like his handwriting, and then the other side has like a video projected onto it.
Oh my god, it's so great.
And this is in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Yep. This is not that long
This is
ago.
like this decade, this
I think
century.
maybe when you were over visiting Disneyland, you should have probably turned left when you turned right there.
Should have seen the Ashgabat mechanical book. That's
Haven't
way
we
better
all
than,
seen the mechanical
it's
book?
way better than Space Mountain.
So every night at 8 o'clock, the
Prime time.
was prime
For the
time.
lasers.
Yeah.
The laser
You had
show.
to, had to book well in advance.
Fireworks.
Gold class tickets.
But yeah, so he really thought that this book was gonna, help the people. He was showing them who they really were. He was putting a mirror up to the society.
Putting a mirror up as well as his own face.
Yeah,
This is what you look like.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it isn't.
he was putting a mirror up
To his
face.
face.
Going,
That's-
yeah, I like what I see.
Yeah, this has got legs. This is
No
good.
beard, but it's got legs.
School children were taught passages at school, obviously.
Oh,
But one full day of the week was dedicated to the book.
you're fucking kidding. One full day. That's what you did for the 6 hour school day.
1/5 of the week, yeah. And you also needed to be familiar with it to get your driver's license, as it formed part of the test.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
Turn left at the roundabout. What's your favourite passage? Fail.
That's amazing.
In the early 2000s, he built Central Asia's largest mosque. It held up to 25,000 prayer people. What do you call them? Worshippers?
25,000 people inside a one building.
Yeah, one
Prayer
church.
people.
And it was called the
No,
Spirit.
sorry, no. Prayer people.
Yeah, that is potentially
I mean, I'll move on from...
very wrong. Welcome, prayer people.
Yeah. I reckon that's a direct translation.
Direct quote.
What do you reckon he called this place?
Prayer palace.
Oh.
Spirit of Turkmenbashi.
Turkmenbashi, which
His
is him.
name, yeah.
He is the Turkmenbashi.
I love him.
At a reported cost of more than $120 million.
Yeah, it's about
Oh my
right.
God.
Is that right?
Yeah, sorry. They haven't been ripped off. Good deal. They did well.
Bargain.
Absolutely.
Bargain.
largest-
Mates' rights.
Of this mosque, the external walls feature passages from the Quran, obviously,
Oh, predictable.
and also some of his favourite passages from his own book.
From the Rocknama.
Yeah, from the
That
Rocknama.
other holy text that we all know.
I love him.
I don't know why I didn't realise that you would. For some reason, yeah, I thought he's... Yeah, no,
You thought I was going to hate him?
I did, but yeah, of course you'd love him.
I mean,
I think...
it's very funny for us, but if this was your life, it would be pretty awful.
He's awful. And I can totally see where this is going. And he's going to be a horrendous person. But right now, this is hilarious because he's like
is.
a cartoon character.
It's very funny that he's obviously taking this very seriously. This
Yeah.
is not a joke to
Yeah.
him
No.
at all. He thinks he's a god.
Yeah,
He thinks he's the Takenbashi.
yeah. When the Imam of Turkmenistan he refused to preach the Rocknama in the mosque,
Oh.
he was sentenced to 22 years jail.
No, again, that's about right.
Not just fired, or
22 years. And this is like a top Muslim cleric.
yeah,
So
the top,
very,
yeah, in the
very
country.
high up in the
Yeah.
church.
It's like putting the Pope in prison.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my God, because you won't give a shout out to your your little
That's so
poem
great.
every week.
Your little poem.
Your
Your little
poem.
riddles.
Hey, I don't want to jump ahead here, but is Niyaz dead? Because I'm just a bit worried. Like, he's obviously a very powerful man in his own way. I don't want
yeah.
to... We're putting out a lot of...
And we've already got the curse of the
Curse of the
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh.
on our-
Luckily,
case.
Dave, he pretty much cut the internet out from.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So he's not hearing this.
Yeah.
Great.
Something like, I think the percentage was like less than 10% actively use the internet.
Right. Good.
And they closed down any internet providers outside of the state-run ones. He also closed down all internet cafes.
Hey, but you know what?
Oh,
I bet they do a lot more communicating.
that's right. So who's the real winners?
So they sit down at the dinner table at night and they talk.
No one's going to get off the damn tablet device,
Yeah.
young
hey,
man.
hey, no phones at the table.
And they're like, sorry, this is actually a tablet and it's a rock with the Rooknama inscribed into it. Thank you very much. Paid for
Oh, well then please read aloud to the whole family.
And keep eating your salt.
I do enjoy imagining him closing down the internet cafes and then sending his like secret police in there, and they're like, "This is closed," and they're like, "Oh, we could just cut the internet." No, close the cafe as well.
Yeah.
You blew your chance.
We're burning this down.
This cafe. Oh, we could just serve coffees. No, you're done.
I like that you assume all internet cafes also act as cafes. I think internet cafe is just a term for a place that has internet.
I'm sorry, Jess. Have you seen the word written down? Internet followed by cafe?
Yeah.
Am I the fool for assuming that I could order a flat white whilst cruising yahoo.com?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I bet you still use fucking Ask Jeeves.
If I was the Tuckenbashi, I would set fire to you right now. 24 years jail.
I reckon
Setting
Dave's
fire is my favourite threat.
I reckon Dave's a Bing man.
I'm going to set fire to you.
I've heard him say before. Let me
Bing?
just Bing it.
Let me just Bing.
I'm just going to Bing
how
it.
to set fire to Jess.
Oh, hang on.
Bing.
He also closed down all libraries outside of the capital.
Oh, what? Did the close down the cafeterias associated with the library or just the books?
You're a dickhead.
Sorry.
You can't get a sandwich in a library.
I'm sorry for assuming you had good service.
Half of your
No
bloody-
food near the books.
Oh, I just wanted a ham.
Just wanted a ham.
I love a ham. Please do go on,
He's
man.
got a whole leg of ham.
Is that what I just keep imagining what it would have been like growing up in the affluent East? Your libraries just have full ham.
We had
My
so
mum-
much ham.
My mum was a retired, like, professional librarian. That was her job.
Oh,
should
so
know a
she
lot
was
more
also
about
she
libraries.
was also a pig lady.
She does not. She does. What does that fucking mean?
I thought she
Your
dealt with all
woman's
the hams.
Yeah, she loves the ham. No, my mum doesn't eat ham or bacon.
That didn't feel right calling your mum a pig lady,
Not fair
admittedly.
enough. Anyway, do go on. So he closed the libraries
closed them
outside
at-
the capital.
Yeah, so I guess it's like he really was controlling the capital. So I guess outside of that, he just wanted to close them down because he thought there's only two books that need to be read, no need for a library. Quran, Rocknama.
Rocknama.
That's all you need. This
Just-
one's pretty good, if you didn't think those other ones were.
No, I hated him.
Uh,
I hated imagining Dave in a library with a leg of ham.
With a ham. Just chewing a ham.
so you guys are on board with the Rocknama, right? You think it's pretty
Absolutely.
good? And it should
Obviously.
be celebrated in any way
Obviously.
possible.
One of the two best texts in the library
Well,
by default.
our man the Prez, he took the month of September and renamed it Rocknama.
Is that a lie? You're making that up.
Also, how did he decide which month? Oh,
Because he finished writing it in September 2001.
2001?
Yeah.
I'm applauding him.
This is recent.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. It's so recent.
This
It's
is so recent. Wait, what? Oh my
He
god.
renamed September Rocknama.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, Rocknama, November, December.
30 days was
I also skipped
Rocknama,
October.
April, June.
He's-
No,
he's
you
got
did the
rid-
wrong one. You fucked it.
Did I? What did I do?
You said September, Rocknama.
No, I didn't, did I?
Yes.
In my defense, I'm jet lagged.
Yeah.
But you-
18 years jail.
Wait, where have you've come from a 1 hour
I
difference?
came from Brisbane.
Is that 1 hour difference? No, it's not even anymore.
Same time zone.
In
I had
the
to
summer
watch-
months it is, Dave.
That's
Don't
it.
look at me like that.
I had
No,
to
no,
watch
no.
a film in a comfy chair.
What was the film?
I watched Kingsman.
Should have been the Rocknama.
Should have read the Rocknama.
The Rocknama, the stage musical.
Did I really
but
say
filmed.
September? I was like,
Yeah. September, Rocknama, October.
But you said it with such joy. I was
didn't.
entirely willing to let that
it was
slide
coming
by.
up, and I got to August. I was like, here we go.
This is it.
Well, that makes it even sillier.
So, when's your birthday? Rocknama 18th. Oh, happy birthday.
September, Rocknama.
That was probably the best of the points about the Rocknama, but this one's also pretty good. This final one I got about the Rocknama for now. In 2006, he made reading the Rocknama a requirement for entry into heaven.
Okay,
Apparently, he made a deal with God.
yeah. Oh, so this is at the gates.
Yeah, he made a deal with God saying, if I get him to read it 3 times, you're going to give him entry. And God's like, yeah.
Was there a
Yeah,
limit?
that's a fair deal. 3 times. If you read it 3 times, you're in.
What about the billions of people already in heaven? Do they get kicked out and they have to get a copy?
I don't. He didn't go into that part of the conversation.
Yeah, is there like a cutoff date? Like as of January 1st, 2008, when you die. But okay, but are you saying they also have to study it at schools?
Yeah,
So
but
surely
not.
they've
they're
already
not
read it.
They're not sitting there reading it.
Cover to
time and
cover.
time,
You gotta get cover to cover
to
three times.
Oh,
How would
you
God
didn't make
know?
that 3 times up. That's the
No,
rule.
I read that. So I read those facts in 2 separate places.
How would God know?
What if you'd
Is
missed?
there a test?
Oh, God knows.
What if you
That's true.
what if you skim read and you missed one sentence of the 3 times?
I'm
Is
so
that it?
sorry.
But how do you miss the
Eternity.
same sentence 3 times?
No, you miss it once, but you just haven't completed the book technically 3 times.
Miss it once. Shame on you.
Shame on you. Miss it twice. You're not going to heaven, mate.
Miss it 3 times. Why'd you bother the 3rd time?
Just don't. What about if
Rooknama to you, sir.
a good moral to thee on this Rooknama day? And that's the news. This Rooknama the 9th, 2015. Good night.
September Rooknama.
Cool. So that's the Rooknama.
Merry
Probably one of my
Rooknama,
favourite
everybody.
things about this whole story. Here's some less good things. In 2004, 15,000 public health workers were sacked. Just out of nowhere. 15,000.
Ugh.
This country's got a population of 5 million, so.
Oh, you can spare 15,000 jobs.
And then in 2005, all hospitals outside of Ashgabat were shut down.
What the fuck?
Oh.
And that was because he believed that the sick should be treated in the capital.
Oh.
He's actually batshit crazy.
Yeah, it's just
I
doesn't
still
make any
love
sense.
him though.
This one is one of the more like those just weird, quirky guy things.
Here we go.
Turkmenistan physicians were ordered to swear an oath to the president rather than the Hippocratic Oath. They were, the classic.
Because he is the
The
governing body of everything.
Well, yeah, the thing that's saying we're going to definitely look after the patient. You'd know the Hippocratic Oath, wouldn't you, Dave?
Well, word by word for
Yeah,
Yeah,
word.
you know it, don't you? Verbatim.
I
on.
swear to Almighty God to. Oh, the podcast cut out there, guys. Sorry about that. We'll never get that right.
Well, you nailed it though. I was surprised.
Good job,
Right.
Dave. That was actually really moving.
Thank you. I promise to do no harm. That's in summary. In summary.
He just he.
I
seemed
won't
to-
slice and dice unless I have to.
That's
So-
the oath. Is that the oath? That's a
You,
good
and
oath.
you pledge that to Niyazov.
Yeah.
His
I won't-
name is.
If I cut you open, I won't.
Is his name not Niyazov? No, it's Niyazov.
In 2006, a third of the country's elderly had their pensions cut
This is
entirely,
so recent. Oh my god.
A third.
and another 200,000 had theirs reduced.
Oof.
Pensions received during the 2 years prior were ordered to be paid back.
What? We reversed it. It's like
That money
jokes.
you've been living off.
You can have it.
No, no, there was no reverse. He said, you're not getting it anymore.
And pay back the last
2
2
years I've
years.
paid you.
Oh.
You need to give it
I thought
to
it was
me.
the other way around. He was
No.
like, fucked up. Whoops, you can have it. No, it was
No.
you have to pay
You're
us
saying
back.
that stuff, that money that you may have been living on?
For
Yeah,
the
I
last
need to
2
pay.
years.
Ugh.
Every cent you've spent in the last 2 years, give it back. There is so much money. And I'm poor. And if I had to give back the amount of money
Yeah,
I
I
spent
mean,
in the
you're
last
on a
2 years.
pension because you are poor, right? So that would be, imagine.
Oh.
I don't have any facts to back this up, of course. I'm only imagining that the people are on a pension because they need it. Elderly people. Just go get a job. Our economy's not that good in terms of work and stuff.
And I used to be a nurse, but now there aren't any hospitals.
Yeah, anyway, moving along.
I love this guy still. He hasn't lost
Um,
me yet. I reckon there's some
You
good in him.
might like some of this stuff, as well as renaming September after his book. He also renamed...
I'm calling it Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Pretty random.
August, Harry Potter and the Prisoner
No.
of Azkaban.
The book, I think it translates to something like something of the soul, like Book of the Soul or something like that. But whatever, it just is a
poetry.
weird. But that wasn't the only month he renamed. He renamed all of them and all the days of the week as well.
Oh my god.
Can you do you have any examples
Are they
of other
all
ones?
Rocknama?
No,
That'd be very confusing.
Rocknama.
he changed.
19 Rocknama. He also changed all numbers and words.
To Rocknama.
Rocknama.
He changed.
His wife's name to Rocknama.
For
No, I will not let you finish this sentence.
so the
I know I will not let you finish this Rocknama.
he changed.
Sorry, Matt. Do Rocknama.
New title of the show.
Hashtag do Rocknama.
He changed January. Obviously, also, I mean, September wasn't called September. They had a different word for it. But I'm just saying that
Sure.
mainly so I can pronounce them and you know what I'm talking about. He changed January to Turkmenbashi, which is his name. So January became just his name.
Great.
He changed. Some of them were like he changed February to the word for flag.
Sure.
And that was and his birthday is also in flag month.
I was born in
I
flag.
thought it was going to be January because
and
he
he
named that
made-
after himself.
This is a leap flag.
He made he made a day in Feb called the Turkmenistan Flag Day, and that was celebrated on his birthday.
Up himself.
He changed April to Gurban Sultan, which was his
Salt.
his mother's name.
Oh.
Um,
Sultan.
yeah.
Sounds like a nurturing lady.
So there were.
Sounds like she loves salt.
Who doesn't?
I kind of
This
like.
country's salt crazy.
He changed Monday to Sunday.
What?
He changed the names of all those days. Sorry, not the.
You thought
Yeah,
he
he didn't
changed.
He's like, all right, Monday will now be called Sunday. And then his advice is like, sorry? What, do you find this confusing? Do you want to spend 22 years in jail? No, Monday's now Sunday.
Rocknaman to you.
Rocknama.
What do you reckon a good name for Monday is?
Oh, not Sunday.
Bloody Garfield.
First day. Makes some sense.
First day.
Or the word was Basgoon or something like that.
Means first day.
Tuesday, Young Day. Wednesday, Favourable Day. Thursday, Justice Day. Friday, Mother Day. Saturday, Spirit Day. And Sunday, Rest Day. So a few of those are classic religion things.
Oh, well, rest day. What are the others?
Mother Day.
Spirit Day is, Sabbath,
Okay.
I guess. Mother Day, I'm not sure.
Just everybody hug your mum.
I like the old name for Saturday was, or for Friday was Anna.
Just let that one sit there.
I wanted to see how long
long?
we could be quiet for.
Ooh.
Apparently there's a I don't get this, but apparently there's a sales technique, like you might come across this. Salesmen believe, or they are taught, that if you're in some sort of one of those high pressure sales sort of situation, you want a potential client, if you leave a silence, if they speak before you, you've got the sale. Basically, they believe that means you've got them.
Even if they interrupt with, this isn't going well, I'm leaving.
Could you get out of my house?
That price is ridiculous, and
Yeah,
why
yeah.
aren't you wearing pants?
You're like, you spoke first, I've got you. Contractually obligated to sign this
Got
deal.
him. Yeah, no, it does seem weird, right?
Also, can I borrow some pants?
Rocknama to you.
I have no money, Rooknama.
Rocknama.
This is my son, Rocknama.
So as I said, he changed April to Gurban Sultan, which is...
Salt. His mother's name.
You know what else he changed the word to Gurban Sultan?
Mother?
Bread. Pass, could you cut me off a bit of Gurban Sultan, or the president's mum's name? So weird.
Oh my
That's
God.
Weird.
The word for bread.
What would you name after your mum?
Oh. What if I had to?
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, something small, like a
Yeah.
mountain
Well, maybe
or
maybe
something.
like
Like
maybe
a type of flour or something?
yeah, maybe oh that's nice. Maybe she really liked bread. Maybe it was like a nice
That
tribute.
is probably what it is, but it's so weird. Like,
What is your mum like?
and you reckon the people...
Me. My mum likes
There's
me. I
5
name myself Annie.
5 million people going, yeah, we're going to call bread your mum.
Your mum.
Okay, mate.
And how is he announcing these things?
Oh,
Like, how do you find out each
he's
day?
got-
Oh,
Also,
for fuck's sake.
He's got 3 state TV stations.
Great. Rooknaman, everybody.
Rooknaman.
Just a couple more notes.
The news reader just brings out a loaf of like a baguette and goes, "This is now Gorbet Sultan."
Any questions?
I can't hear you. Thank you. Good night, Rooknama.
Back to the news.
See you tomorrow night for more of this batshit crazy.
I mean, this Rooknama.
The news reporter's just like, I can't believe what it comes up on the teleprompter every night. It's just insane.
I went to Rooknama school for this.
It's like, which good Rooknama or a bad Rooknama? They're all the same.
I can't tell the difference anymore. Rooknama.
I don't think this fact probably won't surprise. He had heaps and heaps of statues made in his likeness and portraits just
No,
plastered
that
around
does
everywhere.
surprise me.
Made out of gold, usually.
Oh.
Including one right in the center of Ashgabat, which was set to rotate so that it always faced the sun.
Wow. Even when the sun was not there.
Yeah, I think it just fell toppled.
It just fell over and the sun came out and went... whoop.
Yeah. Big morning glory.
It rotated
So
to face
that's
the
where
sun.
morning glory came from.
But then he renamed Morning Glory to Rocknama.
Rocknama. Got my bloody morning
Boing.
Rocknama. No, he changed it to his mum's name.
He definitely can't hear this podcast, can he?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, unless he read the Rocknama 3 times, and they've got...
Oh, alluding to something there.
He did.
He definitely read it. It'd be great if he wrote it but didn't read it. I didn't have time. I did not have time to read that back.
It's not... Honestly, it's not it's not like a spoiler or anything. He just died of a heart attack.
Yeah, he was born in 1940. Oh, he'd still be around. Could be.
He wrote the national anthem, which referenced...
He wrote...
Rocknama.
Well, he had it written, you know,
Well,
and
he wrote it, and he was tone deaf.
and it referenced Turkmenbashi several times.
Weird.
It also
Well,
referred
it's nothing
to
else rhymes with Turkmenbashi. So once you get into that,
Yeah.
You're stuck in that loop.
And my favourite guy is Turkmenbashi, and his favourite guy is also Turkmenbashi. A driver, a car.
It's funny to himself.
It's a Turkmenbashi car.
Rocknama to you. Rocknama to you.
He sang it through once and was like, "Great, publish that.
Nailed it.
Get the state
I
symphony orchestra."
Rocknama'd it.
Fucking Rocknama that.
Dozens of streets and schools across the country had their names changed to Turkmenbashi,
That's
obviously.
confusing.
Very confusing. Especially if several streets are called the same thing.
Could you meet me at the corner of Turkmenbashi and Turkmenbashi?
Oh, which one?
Which one?
Which one?
The one across from Rocknama Place.
Oh, the
Rocknama.
one across from the gold statue facing the sun.
Ah.
Oh, which one?
In 1998, a 670-pound meteorite landed in Turkmenistan.
Oh, I bet he saw that as a sign of God.
Why do you reckon they named it?
Oh, did he call
Greg?
it the Turkmenbashi?
Was it Greg?
Turkmenbashi.
Oh. I was pretty sure it was Greg.
The name...
Greg. I'll just call it Greg, and everyone's like, "What?" He's like, "Just kidding, Turkmenbashi." What are you, a fuckhead? Come on.
The name of the port city Krasnovodsk was changed to Turkmenbashi.
Well, it's easy for me to pronounce.
The image of Turkmenbashi's face was used as the logo of all 3 state-run TV stations.
So they all had the same logo.
And was legally required to appear on every clock and watch face, as well as on every bottle of Turkmenbashi brand vodka.
Vodka.
It's got his own.
When I go out on the town, I like to drink
Turkmenbashi.
Turkmenbashi.
It goes well with the gherkin salt bread.
The salt bit's free. Here's a
Every
word
watch, though. So every watch. Every watch has
Every
his
watch.
face.
has to.
Holy shit.
Otherwise, jail. The Magtumguli International Prize is an award given by Turkmenistan to those who help achieve the aim of Magtumguli, who was an 18th century poet who wanted to establish an independent Turkmenistan, right? In 2003, Niyazov won this award for his books. This was awarded by Turkmenbashi.
He awarded himself.
And the winner is... Oh my god, it's me! Oh my... Do you want me? Okay.
You love me. You really love me.
This guy is terrifying.
That is...
Wonderful.
It's more corrupt than the Academy Awards.
Even more.
Can you imagine?
But are people on board with him, or are they just like, this guy's batshit?
Publicly, they're on board with him.
Really?
Probably terrified.
Publicly, because, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That brings me to opposition.
Oh.
After an alleged assassination attempt on November the 25th, 2002, thousands of suspected conspirators and members of their families were arrested. There is a theory that they staged this so that they could crush any opposition.
Oh.
Which is fucking, like, just so paranoid and crazy. Anyway. a couple of years later, in 2004, there was a leaflet campaign in Ashgabat, and that was calling for the overthrow and trial of Niyazov.
In 2004, did you say?
Yeah, what's his name?
Who
Turkmenbashi.
knows
I've
anymore?
said it that many times.
So what happened? Sorry,
Just a leaflet campaign. People just chucking leaflets out. So the president...
That'll do it.
Oh God, I'm worried.
The president goes, look, fine, you've got till the end of the week to figure out who did this. Right. And they didn't figure it out. So he fired his interior minister and the director of the police academy on national television.
He fired them out of a cannon.
Oh, sorry, I didn't say. Did I not say the cannon bit?
He fired them on.
Rocknama!
But he fired them on TV.
Yeah.
This guy's crazy. This is making me think of the Hunger Games and the Capitol
Yeah.
and just the creepy.
It is
Oh.
without the beard on the leader.
Oh, thanks
Okay,
for
so
reminding me.
I know about it.
I have not seen it.
I've seen all but the last one. Don't tell me.
Doesn't end well, I imagine.
I thought everyone would get a good meal to finish off. Nice happy ending.
That's how I haven't seen the movie, but I imagine it doesn't finish with them
The
eating a nice
disappointment in
meal.
Jess's face. Oh boy.
The Hunger Games.
22 years jail.
I deserve
Yeah,
that.
imagine what the open mic scene's like in.
Oh, Turkmenistan.
I'm going to be great. How good's
How good's
Turkmenbashi?
Turkmenbashi? Yeah, everyone's
Hey, I was
agreeing.
reading Rocknama the other day. Ever heard of it?
So he accused the minister of incompetence and declared, "I cannot say that you had any great merits or did much to combat crime." That's what he said on the TV. Niyazov later announced that surveillance cameras would be placed in at all major streets and sites in Turkmenistan, an apparent precaution against future attempts at flyering, I guess.
He really hates flying.
I've written a whole sentence about his death.
A whole sentence.
On December 21st, 2006, it was announced on state television that Niyazov had died from a heart attack.
Oh man,
I don't reckon he's dead.
nothing will kill the Turkmenbashi.
When was that? 2006. Yeah,
10
he's
years,
not
yeah.
dead.
He's not very old.
I don't reckon.
No, it was
66.
66, yeah.
No, he's not dead.
Okay,
My theory is he faked his own death,
so
and he's going to come back and be like, "Rockmala, everybody!
Just
Guess
bring it
who's
down."
back? Back again."
Oh, we're fucked if he does come back.
Yeah, we're well fucked.
I got all this from the internet. I think it's fine. So this next segment, we're almost done, but it's called Other Decrees / Fun Facts.
Yes.
Well, decrees mixed
Yeah,
in with
some-
fun.
Some of his crazy
fun
antics
facts,
in the form of
fun
decrees. I decree.
Amazing. Yep, bring it on.
So now, obviously, these fun facts are pretty fun. But the flip side is that while Niyazov was able to indulge himself on the back of the world's 5th largest reserves of oil and gas, it was at the expense of his country's 5 million strong population. Disastrous mismanagement of the economy by his National Democratic Party meant that 35% of the population lives in poverty. And although housing is cheap and fuel is all but free, healthcare and education is sparse. So that's my my little caveat at the start of the fun facts.
So 5th largest oil reserves, and they're still not doing well.
Well, yeah, it's just, I mean, there's a lot of gold statues, though.
Well, I mean, you got to spend your money somehow.
He built a huge man-made lake in the desert, which is the whole country. Also an ice skating rink with, like, penguins and stuff. Like, he spent the money. He found ways to spend it, just not on
ice
on his
skating
people.
rink. But then you so casually said, like, with penguins. Because they all have
For real?
penguins.
They
I think there was a zoo there with penguins and stuff, yeah.
Sure. No, that's fair.
Yeah, sorry, I did cut out that bit. All right, so anyway, yeah, keeping that in mind.
that's the caveat.
Here are the fun facts.
Okay.
He banned presenters wearing makeup on TV.
What?
I found a couple of different reasons why this might have been, or why people said this was. One was because Turkmen are naturally beautiful enough and they don't need it.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I've seen pictures. It's not true. And the other, I mean, it's just like any society. You've got your beautiful people like us.
And you've got everyone else.
You got everyone else, the scum.
The yuckies, I call them.
Ugh.
Yucky.
No, then don't touch.
I don't even want to
don't
think
touch.
about it.
Ah.
Nut.
And the other one was a bit weirder. It was because he said he couldn't tell the difference between male and female newsreaders. And that made him feel uncomfortable.
And that's why they can't wear makeup?
Yeah.
I can't tell the difference. Well, that would help you tell the difference.
I feel uncomfortable.
I feel uncomfortable.
Oh,
I
yucky.
think I'm going to be sick. I feel sick. I don't know what kind of genitals he's got under the desk. Oh, God.
I can't listen to the news unless I know what genitals you have.
Oh, this is the worst Rocknama ever.
If only I hadn't changed everyone's name to Rocknama.
Oh, I'd know who they were.
Here's one. He banished dogs from the capital because of their unappealing odour.
I hate the smell of dogs. Get rid of them all.
Get them out. So a lot of them were on the whim of like something, I don't like this.
And he changed
Get it away.
Stop it.
No.
It makes me
No.
feel weird.
After having to quit smoking in 1997 due to his heart surgery, he banned smoking in all public places and ordered all government employees to follow suit. Chewing tobacco on Turkmen soil was later banned as well. In 2000, he ordered that a giant lake be created in the desert along with a huge forest of cedar trees, which he said would help moderate Turkmenistan's climate. He dabbles in science as well.
I understand all science.
You want to change the climate? Chuck in a lake.
But like,
Just a bit
problem
of water.
solved.
Yeah.
Anything for you, baby. Anyway, what was your name again?
Man or
Rocknama,
woman?
yeah?
You a man?
Are you a man or a woman?
You a man or woman? I'm confused and I feel sick.
I'm feeling
What
comfortable.
genitals do you have?
Quick, show them to me.
Show me your genitals.
I believe you. Goodbye.
Show me your Rocknama. I'll show you my Rocknama.
Did he have family?
Yeah, he had a wife and a couple of kids.
Oh, yeah.
Are the kids in power now?
Are the kids called Rocknama?
Oh, thank God.
He gave power to his dentist.
Are you fucking kidding?
Yeah, the dentist is now the president.
What do you mean?
Well, he was his dentist and now he's president. I don't know. I didn't read into it enough. But yeah, now that you react like that, I probably should have
My most
delved
trusted
deeper.
advisor is
my
my
dentist.
dentist.
Yeah,
he
and his-
always did a good job, and now he can lead the country.
I haven't been to the dentist for a very long time because I hate the dentist.
Wife and kids got nothing. In 2004, he ordered that a giant ice palace, as I was saying before, a giant ice palace be built in the middle of the same desert as the lake. The
Holy fuck.
Karakum, which is the hottest location in Central Asia.
And so they built an ice palace.
Yeah. Probably, to help moderate
What
the
happened to
climate.
the ice palace?
It moderated the climate.
Yeah, it melted into the earth and it moderated the
yeah.
climate.
Puddle.
He outlawed opera, ballet, and circuses in 2001 for being un-Turkmen-like.
Yeah, the stand-up comedy scene, though, I reckon is booming.
This one seems weird. I only found it in one spot. He banned men from listening to car radios.
Men.
It only said men.
For listening to... And it's radios are fine, but not in the car.
Yes. It distracts you from the drive.
It would have been like he would have been in a car one time, and the driver would have been like slightly distracted or something. He's like, "That's it. It's out."
No car radios.
Reaching for the dial. No, you're out.
To encourage physical activity, Niyazov installed a 45-kilometer concrete pathway, including staircases, in the Kopet Dag Mountains. All government employees had to walk 37 kilometers of this path once a year. He timed everyone, and at the finish line, he would let them know if they didn't get there as fast as he thought they should. He flew to the finish line via a helicopter.
But hang on.
Oh my God.
In that sentence as well, I like to imagine that it's not like he's set... Okay, you got 37 Ks, I'm going to give you this amount of time. It's like, you finished...
randomly.
Jerry, I reckon you could have done better.
Yeah.
You get to the finish line, and he's like, oh, I finished my steak. That takes a while.
And the way I read it
Took
was
too
like
long.
he was standing there as each person
With a
crossed the line just going, no.
But then he gets back in his helicopter.
Yeah.
Welcome to the helicopter.
Never walked a meter in his life. Not since the orphanage. In Feb 2004, he decreed that men should no longer wear long hair or beards.
Beards are out. Jess, you would be... Oh, you'd hate it. The beards would make it easy to tell the difference between men and women.
Yeah.
Let them wear makeup and let them have facial hair.
A problem that he has.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have that problem. I can't tell.
That's
Right?
There was that fact that made me turn on it.
Boy?
Go.
Girl. Are you a girl? What are you? Show me your genitals.
Show me Rocknamas. That's some good Rocknama.
Hey, nice Rocknamas, baby.
In 2005, Niyazov banned the use of lip syncing at public concerts.
Nah, that one's fair.
Lip syncing.
This was,
He saw Britney Spears doing it on SNL and he was like, nah,
No. Oh, that made me feel very uncomfortable.
not happening.
Niyazov introduced the practice of Melon Day. It was a harvest festival celebrated on the second Sunday of August. And
Sorry, what's the real name of that month?
The one before.
Alp-Arsian.
Oh, yeah.
Alp-Arsian.
The second day of Alparson.
The arse
Melon
of,
Day.
What's Melon Day?
It was just a celebration.
of melons.
Melon is my favourite fruit.
It is, but that is one of the few. A lot of the things he did didn't kick on after he died. This was one of the few things.
They've cut Melon Day.
No, Melon Day survived.
Oh my god.
They still celebrate Melon Day.
Everybody liked Melon Day.
Here's the last of these decrees and fun facts I've got for talking a little bit about his successor to finish us off. Gold teeth were banned,
Oh, the dentist.
and
Sure.
those with existing gold teeth had to have them extracted.
Oh, fuck off.
I found a quote in a few places. At first on Wikipedia, and I had to find it somewhere else to make sure it was right. But of course it was. When talking about making people get their gold teeth out, he said, this is a direct quote, "I watched young dogs when I was young. They were given bones to gnaw to strengthen their teeth. Those of you whose teeth have fallen out did not chew on bones. This is my advice." You're rid of the gold. Get onto a bloody bone.
Get on that. Oh.
Aren't you a dog?
And yet he trusted his dentist.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
sorry. His dentist was also a Kelpie.
Banned from the city. Banned from the
Kelpie dentist.
So
Treating your teeth.
he kicked. How many confusing things in there? He kicked dogs out. Says, "Be like a dog.
city. Be like a dog.
Don't listen to my dentist.
My dentist is in
you're the new
charge."
president." Whoa, confusing. Very
Oh my
confusing.
god. And do you have any idea what the country's like now?
Well, I've got a little. I don't have a huge idea because I don't have a huge idea about the place at all. But his successor is President Kulbanguli Berdime Muhammadov, and he began pretty quickly he began introducing reforms to start winding back the cult of personality that was going on.
Ah.
He has raised rules on the use of internet.
So they've got the internet now.
And he began to open the country to foreign investment. He got rid of the anthem with all the
All the praising the
praising
Turkmenbashi.
Since since Niyazov's death, Turkmenbashi's death, he got rid of all his portraits around everywhere.
Ooh.
Oh, gone.
Apparently, though, he's replaced them with his own.
Ah.
He changed back all the names of months and days
Two.
in 2008 back to what they were.
Oh, damn.
And he restored pensions to more than 100,000 elderly citizens.
Ooh.
So he did some good stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's great stuff.
But he's
The
now
new guy, but he's still
in power now.
he's in power. This is the new guy. So this is what he did. That's what he's done since he's been in power in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
So he's done some okay things.
So he's been in power that whole time?
Oh,
10
no,
years?
there's
Oh,
a but.
no,
There's
yeah.
a but.
Look at his face.
No, the but I haven't looked into what fucked up things he's done, which I'm sure there are. But I'm finishing on a fun fact about this guy. Hopefully it's not as fun as some of the other stuff, but it's still it's got a little bit of quirk. It shows that he's got a couple of antics of his own. Is a big fan of akal teak horses, which is the Turkmenistan's national animal emblem. Right? So this new president has also written a book, and it's called "The Flight of Celestial Racehorses," and it opens with the words, "I won't call you horse." I will call you brother. You are dearer than brother. And in 2011, he decreed that the nation would host an annual beauty contest for horses. So this guy, he's got a little bit of
some
quirks
quirks
about him as well.
I know where I'm moving.
You got to see videos and photos of this capital city. It's just a crazy, shiny, golden place. Obviously, with just people pretending that everything's okay.
Sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it's. Ugh. Anyway, look, that's us really breezing over a horrible
love it.
thing, but just some of that weird stuff. So thanks again for the suggestion. That one came straight out of the hat from @RewindTurtle on the Twitters.
Thanks, Rewind Turtle. That was very.
I never had heard of this
Interesting.
guy, so that was a really,
And
really
now I'll
great
never
suggestion.
forget him.
I'll never forget.
I still
Turkmenbashi.
I still forget his name between sentences. Saparmurat Niyazov or Turkmenbashi.
Turkmenbashi's got a great ring to it.
It does, yeah.
Amazing. Good. Well done, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. That was so great.
Well, thank Rewind Turtle.
Thank you, Rewind Turtle.
And we'll post some of those links to different videos and stuff. You got to see him greeting people on the plane.
Oh, man. Well, hello, welcome to Plane.
Hello, welcome to Plane. Burn it down.
Actually, you don't need to see it. Dave did a good enough theatre of the mind for that one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that's pretty much wrapping it up. Hey, Dave, I'd love to thank everyone who's been tweeting in and giving us sweet 5-star reviews.
Oh, yeah, it's very, very nice. We've got quite a few new listeners lately, so if you're enjoying the show, it helps to get it out there and up on the charts and that kind of stuff. If you give us a sweet review, it always feels nice to read those words too. And if you want to start, we're getting heaps of suggestions, but if you want to throw something into the hat, yeah, you can do it in 3 ways. You can find us on Facebook. We don't talk about that a lot, but we do have a Facebook page where we post all links and extra stuff.
Do Go On Pod.
Do Go On Pod, I believe it is. Twitter, we're @DoGoOnPod. And email dogoonpod@gmail.com. So get in the hat.
Get your suggestions in the hat, or just write in with anything. You know, ask what do you reckon Dave's weight is? Have we talked about that? It's very low. But if you want to write in and have a guess, you'll win everything.
I think we've mentioned it before.
Oh, have we? Okay.
Have I? Well,
Yeah, but if they're listening,
yeah, that's right.
they'll know.
But they don't know about fluctuations.
Yeah, that's
Talking
right.
about current weight.
Sure.
We did break to have an Indian meal during this. Did you notice that, listener? Probably not.
You probably noticed I sound a lot less depressed than I did at the start.
It picked us up.
Jet lag. I'm jet lagged.
Jet lag from that no time difference. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back with another report next week, but until then, take it easy and bye.
Rocknama.
Laters, Rocknama.
Rocknama.